Hey everybody, this is Armijo, ChatterMioCoaching.com. It's another beautiful morning, a beautiful day outside. I'm about ready to hike, and I wanted to share this quick video. It's just something that's on my mind. I'm always thinking of weird things, and sometimes these things translate to something that I can share with you, right? So today I want to talk about the difference between sex and making love. So when we think of sex, we think of this animalistic type of behavior, right? When there's a lot of physical physicality involved in it. And yes, when we make love, it's slightly different. But before we get to that, let's talk real quickly about what happens to the spiritual body, our soul, if you want to call it that. What happens when we find that person that kind of arouses us, that stimulates us, we have our sacral centers that tend to light up, right? They'll engage. We've got, according to Book of Ra, and it's called the Book of One, or the Law of One, and it's written by this entity called Ra. You don't need to know all that. It sounds weird and esoteric, yes. But according to this book, we have these light ray energy centers that light up. Other religions or thought processes would call these chakras. And so around our sacral chakra, down towards our midsection, our groinal area, these tend to light up and fire when we find somebody that really sort of pushes our buttons in that right way, that we find sexually attractive, right? These little centers start to light up and say, oh, wow, this person is fantastic. I really like them. And it's not that we want to have sex with them right away, but it's just that's what center fires up. Now, if we do, and when we do engage with these people or these other people physically, then those energy centers light up even further, right? So we see a lot of sort of cultish or cults in general, these people that try to use this to their advantage, right? So if you ever watched the movie Eyes Wide Shut, it was with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and it was directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it was about these secret societies. And so there's this one scene, there's quite a few scenes like this, but there's a lot of sex in that movie. And as they're going through this, one of the scenes is a ritual that they're doing, and basically everybody's having sex in this ritual, and these hooded figures, the participants in the cult or secret society, they are using this energy to their advantage. So when these centers light up, it allows us to connect even further with source energy, vortex, God, the universe, Allah, however you decide to describe the higher power. We are a little bit more connected to that. So what it does is it allows our thought processes to flow a little bit better. It allows all the things that we want to come to us to arrive a little bit easier. Now, when we use this in the form of just sex, it's very limited, right? We still have power, we still have energy there, but it's not quite the same as making love. So when we love in terms of vibration and frequency, love is the highest. Love is a thing that we should be sharing with each other each and every day. And love is our superpower here on this planet. Love can conquer all things. We've been shown time and time again the power of love, right? In various different scenarios. Now, when we can incorporate that love for somebody else, and when that other person can reciprocate that love for you, and we create this harmonious physical dance, basically, which we would call making love. What happens is these centers within us, these light rays or chakras, however you want to describe them, will fire so intensely, so bright, that we're able to almost immediately create these desires into our life, to draw these things into our life so much easier. So our power becomes limited from sex, and then when we go to making love, it becomes unlimited. We can do so much more. We have potential when we embrace that love pattern, because what we're doing essentially is we are taking two wholes and we are putting them together as one. Now, to compare that with just making sex, you're taking two parts of a person and putting it together. So you're getting maybe a quarter, maybe a half of that energy that you would get if you were participating in making love. And so when this happens, we can live our lives a lot easier. So yes, it takes having that other partner involved. Yes, it takes having that partner reciprocate their love for you, and to be able to reciprocate that love during the action of sex or making love, however you'd like to describe that. And so what we need to do as human beings is not quite throw our energy everywhere we go. So, those days of going out to clubs and hooking up with random people and just for sex, it's kind of wasting that energy. It's wasting a lot of potential there that could be diverted to something more beneficial. Okay, and so the other piece that I wanted to share on this is that when we share that love with each other, not even in the physical sense of it, but when we share and combine that love to a harmonious relationship, we see things just kind of shift around. Have you ever seen people when they first fall in love, right? The world is this spectacular, beautiful, almost this movie, cinema style thing where everything is just incredibly wonderful. And some people live their lives like that daily. They're in love with the trees outside. They're in love with the birds flying by. They're in love with the sky that is blue. They're in love with the grass that is green. And this is how we should live all the time. We need to find our passion for all that's around us. However, when we can find that within ourselves and then we can share that with somebody else, then we see things change. People who are living in that higher vibration of love, and they're sharing with each other, they are less likely to be, taken down by illness. They're less likely to be to have those really terrible, deep bouts of oppression. They're less likely to, kind of walk that poverty line. They're just beneficial beings. They're good people that have understood that there is a lot more to this world than what we're seeing. And so they chose to live through love, and they chose to experience everything in their life through the lens of love. Now, sharing this with somebody else only amplifies that, right? Sharing this with somebody else only allows us to get that much stronger. I use that term loosely because people think power, but that's not the case. Stronger in our ability to appreciate all that is around us, to appreciate the life we've been given, and to really manifest all that we desire. And that is done through true love. And when that comes together into that act of making love, then things will change in an amazing and awesome way for you. Okay, so I'm not saying it's wrong to go out and find these random people and just have these physical relationships if it's fulfilling to you. If you're just doing it to fill a hole, then stop. Find something that truly fulfills you, something that you're truly passionate about and will allow you growth as a being, spiritually and physically, okay? This is Chattermio at chattermiocoaching.com. Again, be sure to check out my book on Amazon. It is Wake Up and Recalibrate. And I will leave the link below for that. Hit that like button and subscribe if you see this, if you like this, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.